right, guys, welcome back to Motivational Mondays. I do appreciate you joining in. I have here Zack, Utah, in bought and gone, and he is just amazing. I'm telling you, like eBay, he's selling on eBay and Amazon, and I've just been watching him since he started, and I just think he's amazing, and he finds some really good stuff that I just wouldn't probably think of. But I think men might go more for the hard goods than the women. But because I was like, I don't find hardly any hard goods. But then again, I'm not really looking for them. So like I think you get what you look for, pretty much. But anyway, we'll just start right in. Give everybody just a little, I guess. I'm gonna give them not a preview, I want to call it, just a glimpse of who you are and what you do, where you're from too.
Okay. My name is Zack, and I live out here in Utah, and I've been doing reselling part-time for the longest time, ever since I was 15 years old, and kind of got super motivated about a couple years ago and spent probably 4 hours after my day job every day working on it because I just loved it. And it kind of took off. So I ended up going full time in January, and I picked up Amazon as well. And I'm currently just doing books, but I'm slowly getting ungated on things. So I'm going to venture out a little further. But I'm married and I have a baby on the way. We're due in November.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And we already have a 12-year-old, which is super crazy because I had him super young. And then, also, my niece and my nephew, I don't know if you guys all follow me on Instagram. I always post, them on my stories and stuff. But my niece and my nephew are also living with me. So soon we'll have 4 total kids living in this house. And yeah, it's been a roller coaster, but I'm super happy and happy where I'm at. So
I remember in I think it was maybe another live, you were talking about like how you had to get another house. Is the house like is big enough to accommodate all the
Yeah, the whole reason we got the house was just so I could get into rental properties because I wanted to rent out my old house. Okay. So we didn't end up getting a bigger house. It's pretty much the same size, but we wanted to buy a new house. I don't know if you know this. When you move into a house, you only have to put 5% down. But say if I wanted to stay in my old house and buy a rental property, I would have had to put 20% down.
Look, like, is there not a loophole? No.
I mean, you could lie about it. I mean, I've heard people lie about it and try to get away with it, and they put like one bill in their name at the rental place, and then they say they live there, and they only put the 5% down. But we didn't want to do that. We just put the 5% down and moved out, and it worked out because we ended up taking on my niece and nephew. But yeah.
Hello, Perfecting Pearls and Tasha. Appreciate you joining, loves. Thank you so much for joining. But anyway, so let's go into like the books thing on Amazon. Were you selling on eBay first and then you just decided to just go do books on Amazon, or what got you started with the books?
I've been doing eBay for a while, and I always see people's stories about Amazon and selling books and things like that. And I've always wanted to get into it, but it's kind of like it's troublesome just to get started, like just to figure out their platform. It's completely different from eBay. And so I took the time to do it, and books were the easiest way because you're not gated on books. So you could sell used books, and surprisingly, there's quite a bit of profit in books. So yeah. Oh yeah. Weird. It's crazy. I mean, Amazon started because the whole reason Amazon started was because of books. They started selling books online, and then they ventured out to everything. So, but yeah, hopefully I'll get out to all those electronics and stuff and things like that. But right now, just books.
Have you sold anything else on there besides the books? Well, you do books, but then sometimes maybe you find something and you see if you could sell it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
I did find. I don't know if you know that Reel fishing game, like the little handheld game, the Reel game, the fishing. I don't know if you know.
I don't know if I know, but. Hey, Veronica, thank you for joining.
So, yeah, I picked up that at Savers for like $2. It was brand new, and I could sell it on Amazon. And I shipped it into Amazon FBA, and I sold it for like $125 in like a week.
Okay.
So,
wow.
I mean, slowly I'm getting ungated on it.
I was just selling like when I did the same thing. I started out with books on Amazon, and then I started selling like just little game consoles, like the little smaller ones, because I found out
Mhm.
that I could, and I was like, oh, it lets me do that, and then I would try to just see what else I could sell to see how it would, how it would pan out. But anyway, so that's what I did, and it was working out pretty well. I mean, the books, I think I got tired of like, I wonder what your process is, because do you get tired of like scanning? Because I got tired of scanning the doggone books, and so that's why I went into like doing the thrifting, because it was
Yeah.
more exciting. At least I'm finding something, getting to look at something versus just scanning a bunch of books, because I had bought that little, it's like a little black little scanner thing that you could put around your neck and everything to try to make it a little bit quicker, and it did.
Mhm.
But eventually I just wore down, and I knew I had to pick like something that I needed to do. I wanted to have an actual niche, like I wanted to like niche down, because then it would make all of your processes more simple. Like if you're listing and you're having to go from doing this to doing that. Now books, don't get me wrong, on Amazon, that's a breeze. You know what I mean? Like that's really easy. You can do a lot of books, but I'm talking about like as far as the clothes and stuff was concerned, if you're doing a whole bunch of different items, it takes you longer to list stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were going to hire somebody, now you got to be like, okay, on this, I need you to do this on this type of item. You know what I mean? Like, and then it makes your processes, you can't even really say how many they can get done in an hour. Unless
Mhm.
you have them do the same thing, like it has to be similar items, over and over again.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Well, I know like eBay is my full time thing. Like eBay is what I go to the thrift stores for. But my I don't know if you guys have, do you have Savers in Texas?
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it's not here. I did when I was in Kansas, so I'm familiar.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah,
not.
so Savers, they put a new tag out. It's a different color every single week. So that way, when every single week I go book scanning, I only scan the new colors because there's so many books in there, and 95% of them are the old colors. So I don't scan the other ones because I probably already scanned them. So when I go thrifting, I look for stuff for eBay first, and then I'll go over the books and I'll scan for about 15 or 20 minutes. Only the new books, and
Right.
then I'm not, because it is hard to scan books all day like that. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know how people do it. Just like they just do books full time. Like that'd be so tiring. But yeah, I just do it for about 15, 20 minutes because Savers is just super organized with their color scheme. So I enjoy that.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, Ella, they did have a good organizational system with their books. They were, for me, I thought a little bit more expensive, but I wanted to
They
say
are.
hi to Veronica. And then Perfecting Pearl says that she likes selling vintage items on eBay. I don't, that is not even my specialty at all. I don't know why I don't do all that good on vintage items. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But what about you? Like, do you do good with the vintage stuff?
I mean, vintage electronics, yeah. I find stuff like that all the time, just like old Sony camcorders or whatever the case may be. But I'm starting to like slowly venture out into clothing because I follow so many people that just resell clothing, and I have no idea what I'm doing with clothing. It's like I can sell everything but clothing. So I'm trying to get into it. I know there's just so many brands out there, and you walk into a thrift store and it just all you see is clothing racks.
Right.
And it's just so daunting to me. So but I just need to get into it because there's a profit out there and I need to find it.
There is some good stuff. And I will say this, I don't know if enough people are saying it, because there's so many women that are doing reselling. It's really a good window open to in the men's area, just for men's stuff, because a lot of us women, because I know me personally, I'm not going to go straight to the men's rack first. I'm going to go over to my side first. Even if I go straight to shoes or accessories, I'm going to go to the purses before I go to the, whatever it is for men, hats or whatever it is. I'm not going to go over there first. So you
Mhm.
kind of have more of an advantage being a guy and looking in that area. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's more women sellers. There's more women clothes out there, but then there's a lot of women buyers too. If you look at Poshmark, a good percentage of them, I don't remember exactly what the percentage is, but it's more women on Poshmark looking for items than men's. I know that for sure. Veronica
Yep.
says she sells on Posh, eBay, Mercari. Hardly, right? That's me too, because I get that occasional, sale here and there. But I think once I pick up on my listings and be a little bit more consistent with it every single day, like a good 20 or so, I'm going to start seeing that change. I think Mercari is actually on the rise. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't think, I'm not getting that many sales. That's how most people that I run into say they don't get a lot of sales on Mercari. But I'm going to be honest with you and say, I think it's on the rise. Like I said, I think it's one of those platforms to look out for, that it's going to start coming up. And it's another one of those platforms, just like Poshmark, where you got to be active on there, send some offers, do something, because a lot of people that aren't making sales on there also aren't working the system. If that makes sense. You're not sending the offers, you're not feeding it daily. I mean, it's just almost like eBay in a sense. Because I know eBay, you're rewarded basically when you're consistent in your activities, especially with listings.
Yeah.
So if you only listed 3 a day, you are consistent with that. So they're going to give you a sale, the sales to match. So you can't beat it. You know what I mean? I think I just got off the live. I think Veronica was over there. I saw you drop in with my mentor. Who was it? Daily Refinement, and now Sarah. I'll be watching her too, because she is on point. She's on fire. She's blowing up. But I will say this, that's something that's true. That happen, if you feed it and then, and it's consistent, 3 items, 4 items, or you say you do 10, if you could do your 10 every single day, I mean, you're going to get the sales. It's either that or you're selling stuff that's in high demand. One of the two, it's either high demand, and so you ain't worried about it, because as soon as you list, it's gonna be gone because it's high demand. You know what I mean? So you could take 1 or 2 days off or whatever in between, because you got those high demand items. But thank you all for joining. I do appreciate that. Veronica says clothing I can handle now mostly. Yeah. I just don't like measurements. I don't know about you, Zack. What do you think about measuring clothes?
Gosh, I still have no idea what I'm doing. I just barely went thrifting last week and picked out 4 shirts, and I just took a picture with the measuring tape next to the clothes. I have no idea what I'm doing with clothes. I mean, I hope I'm doing it right, but I know we'll see if the sales come through. But that's exactly what I do. I just take a picture with the measuring tape next to it. Honestly,
good idea. Oh, you know what Veronica said? Listen, I do agree though. If you are working the system, or you gave it the chance it needed to get, or you want to just focus on 2 platforms, because I can tell you, when I was working eBay and Poshmark by themselves, they were neck and neck. Some months Poshmark would be better, and some months eBay would, but that's because you only have 2, so you're just going back and forth in between 2, so you can work them equally, 50% here, 50% here. I don't have to jump over to a whole nother platform and try to work the system over there as well. I mean, or you could just say, I'm going to really work Poshmark and really work eBay, but then of course that's where your sales are going to be. So is it really worth it to keep putting time into Mercari?
Yeah.
For 1 or 2 extra sales, you know what I mean? But you're putting all of your listings over there, and so that's taking you extra time, or you're paying your VA or whoever does the extra listings. Because at this point, I'm trying to get to a point to where I ain't doing no listings.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do it.
Do you list the same item on multiple platforms?
Yeah. So right now it's just Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. I do sell on Amazon as well, but I just started that. So, which I hadn't really announced. So that's kind of an announcement, guys. But yeah, I just started my Amazon journey as well. And so I'm excited about that. But I mean, I was selling on it before. I just was doing books. You know what I mean? But I'm actually getting ungated and stuff in different categories and stuff like that. And I will definitely talk about that more once I get a little bit more into it. I'm I just don't want to put out stuff that I don't know nothing about it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about it. So I just know about the book. So I talk about what I know about. And that's it. If I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys can count on me not to talk about it. You know what I mean? Because I'm I don't want to give out information that is not true or whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
On the wrong direction. So the Pink Diva Studio is here. Hello, Rhonda. I do appreciate you joining us. Perfecting Pearl says, I don't like doing clothing, but I love the household items. I like the household items around my house that I don't need.
Yeah.
Put them things on somewhere. Get them on Facebook Marketplace, especially. I have actually added Facebook Marketplace. I forgot to say that. When I did Mercari, Poshmark, eBay, now I do Facebook Marketplace, everything, because it is jumping over there.
It is. I need to get over there, man. I don't know. I hate learning new platforms, and so I've really focused on Amazon because I've been doing it for the last 5 months. But I need to get back. I need to get on Facebook because I hear that's growing like crazy.
Yeah, and they recently just added it where you don't have to use their shipping, which is so much better because I kind of made a little mistake. I sold like a monitor a couple weeks ago and I made a mistake on that monitor thinking, like, because you have to wrap it up and then you have to put it in another box. So I thought it was only going to be like, I think 5 pounds, and it was like 8 pounds. So like I was way over, but they sent it. I did it anyway. I talked to my postal worker. Thank God I have a really good postal worker. So if you have one and you want to give a shout out, give them a shout out because they deserve it. I mean, I had to give him a couple times on a couple occasions, like a gift card or something, just here and there.
I always pass out sodas to mine. He's awesome.
I can call him it seems like anytime. Like if I'm having an issue, I'm like, hey, are you still in the neighborhood? I forgot one, or whatever the deal is. Or I'm like, I'm gonna put him out at like 1. Can you come at 1 instead of coming at noon or 11?
That is awesome.
He'll do it. Yeah. So I'm like, gosh, he's so amazing. So, you gotta have you a good postal worker, and you gotta appreciate your good postal worker, not just say thank you. Yeah. Give them something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to give them money, but give them something. I think they can take up to like $20 though. If you did want to give them money, they're not supposed to be able to take more than $20 legally, I guess. Veronica says she needs to put more time into eBay. eBay just wants everything. eBay is hungry,
Yep.
But is eBay Bay, or are you doing better on Amazon?
No, I do better on eBay.
Why do you think that is? Is it because you have variety though? Like you have.
I think I just put more time into eBay. eBay is nice because what I usually do is I take all my photos of all my items, and I'll probably have like 20 to 25 items in my phone, and then at night, like I'll lay down and just list those 25 items. It's just super easy and I don't know, stress free. But but with the books, you have to like throw a sticker on the books and all that jazz. So
you kind of
I don't put that much time into it.
Yeah, you have to be at the computer. You have a scanner and everything. Like, kind of got to be at the computer to do it, because I was like, dang, I can't even just do this in the living room. I just kind of want to like just hang out somewhere else other than the office sometimes. So I do have a TV in here, but I seldom turn it on.
Yeah.
Veronica says, don't tell me that, Brittany. I've been debating on ditching Mercari. If the side chick gotta go. No. For some people, it provides you with more peace. I do think that you should maybe do it for a month. Like May is coming up. Maybe think about doing that for a month, see how you feel. And then if you feel so much better and you were only getting like a couple sales here and there anyway, ditch it. Or you could like ditch that and then do like Facebook Marketplace and run a test and see if when you put them over there on Facebook Marketplace, is that more profitable? Because I can tell you right now, I've gotten more sales on Facebook Marketplace since I started putting all my stuff over there than Mercari. So it might be just that maybe you need to switch up that side chick, get a new one. Veronica says, I do send offers, but that's about it these days. I do understand. I mean, it's everything is just, it takes time to do everything. But Ella says, I remember when I joined Poshmark in 2012, we were only allowed to sell clothing. I had to add clothing to my book business in order to sell clothes. Now, not so much, right? They're kind of like Amazon. They're going and they're expanding. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to see. You guys are chatty catty. I like this. Veronica says, gotta feed the beast. That's true. That's with all the platforms, as you think about it. You just Facebook is hungry. Like as soon as I list something, it seems like after I do a couple listings, then somebody's asking a question or something's happening now, like after I've done a listing or something like that. Veronica says she measures everything except for the kids stuff. I don't really sell any kids stuff at all, but when I do, like if I come across like a good sale and I happen to go over to the kids section when I'm in a thrift store, I used to do this. I would pick it up if it was like 50-cent day or something, because they have that at one of these thrift stores that I shop at. And if you can find some good stuff that's good and clean that you think that the store would take, you can get actually some pretty decent money. I'm trying to think what it's called, like Once Upon a Child. There's like a couple of those children's consignment shops that you can take clothes to. like children's clothes. Or if you have some good children's clothes of your own and you know, your
Yep.
child's going to the next level, you can take them over there and at least get a credit. And even if you don't buy anything, well, yeah, 25, $30 and you emptied out a bucket from out of your, you know, from your house. Cause that's pretty much like a bag of clothes was like $25 for me. So that's not bad. It's like, I'm talking about like a paper bag, like a sack like that I took in, and they took almost all of it. They didn't take like 5 items. So I was like, hey, this is not bad. You know what I mean? Because I had picked up some clothes for free off of Facebook Marketplace. Another tip, I don't know if you've ever tried this yourself, Zach, but a good tip for Facebook Marketplace is to put an ad on there, like saying that you will buy used clothes or whatever it is you'll buy. You'll buy the electronics, buy whatever you'll buy. Just put I will buy whatever the item is, and then people will come to you. It's a better way than you going on there and searching and looking. It's people that want that will come to you, or if they want to drop off their appliances and you like to fix them or whatever it is you like to fix. That's a great idea. You know what I mean?
I heard a lot of people have good luck with books doing that.
Yeah,
they'll say they'll take all books and they'll just go pick up books all day for free because people are cleaning out their house.
Which makes sense. I need to have somebody come pick up a few of mine. I'm done with them. You know what I mean? Like if they're not going to sell on Amazon, then you know, you switch them out so you just don't end up with 6,000 books at your house. You know what I mean? Because Veronica says, because the last thing I want to do is pull an item back out to measure. The only time I want to pull it is when it's sold. I feel you. That's why I do measurements on everything too. I don't like to, I'm just not, I thought I might run a test, you know, and just see what it would be like to not do the measurements.
Yeah.
You know, and see if I got a lot of questions and stuff. But I don't know. I did that in the beginning and I just didn't like it.
Yeah.
In the very beginning, I just wasn't doing the measurements, probably because I didn't even know any better. Like I was new. So I really didn't know. Veronica says I might still put my $15 or less items on Mercari and clear them out. Exactly. I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, most of the stuff that I've sold over there hasn't been worth a whole lot either. It's like pink or actually I'm lying. Actually, whenever I did my Johnny Was stuff, when I finally found it, look, Veronica knows what I'm talking about. She made a premiere video on it, and I joined her premiere because I was like, let me see what she found. You know what I mean? Like it was exciting. So, but no, Johnny Was, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like embroidery and like it's like kind of like this, but it's like a nylonish kind of blouse or whatever. But the women really like Johnny Was, and it usually like it's really just the different types of embroidery and the colors. And you know the designs are really nice. But anyways, anytime I sell Johnny Was, it's 50 or more generally. So when I found 2 shirts in the same day in the same thrift store, I was like I was ecstatic. I was like looking through the rest of the racks on the bottom. Like, I said, apparently the same person had been in here. You know what I mean? Like, so, but yeah, that was like a quick 100 that day. So yeah, I was hanging out in that thrift store. But again, that was during the week. Like I put a post on Instagram talking about how I don't like to go in the stores when it's really busy, and I don't. I find more stuff personally when it's not so busy. You can still find it at the sales. You still find it. Okay.
Yeah.
Especially if you come early. Like if you go ahead and get there when they open up, that's when you're going to find all the deals. But what if you couldn't get in there until the afternoon? Now you're like looking at the scraps or whatever, and you're dealing with all these other people because they're still trying to come to get the 50% off. So me personally, I prefer to just go when it's not a lot of people in there. And I can take my time. I'm not rushing, and then I mess around and buy some flawed items because.
Have you ever been to the bins, the Goodwill bins?
Yes, I do. Do you like the bins too?
Yeah, well, it's crazy when the clothing comes out. There's like a rush, like 30 to 40 people just rushing over to those clothes.
Oh yeah, like here in Texas, like after the pandemic, I thought it was going to be like more crazy, but it was almost the same. I was surprised that they really didn't do a whole lot of changing, like with how you can go. I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that much that they had changed. And I went to the bins in Fort Worth, and I see a whole lot of change. But Ella says, glad I do not have to measure clothes since I started selling home goods. Well, congratulations, because I'll tell you what, I think if I was going to switch to any model, like if I had to switch to a certain thing and I couldn't sell anything else, you're like, you have to sell this one item. You can't sell nothing else. I would sell shoes all day.
Oh, yeah?
What would you do?
I would do, mine would probably be electronics.
Electronics all day?
Yeah, I think I like those the best just because I can usually fix it. Like YouTube, I mean, I just YouTube everything. Every time something's broken, I just look up on YouTube, and usually there's a video on there that shows me how to fix it. And so,
yeah, that's a good skill to have because I don't want to do it. Like I'll buy it and I was supposed to like do something or try to fix it or whatever, and then I don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so I was like, I have to stop doing that because you're not gonna do it. Like you'll be like, I'm gonna go ahead and buy this whatever to go on this because I bought like a little camera. Matter of fact, I did this about I don't know, a month or two ago. I bought like a little camera because it was only like $4 at the Goodwill. And it was missing like I think like a battery is all it needed. And I was like, maybe I can get that to work and it'd be cool to, have a little camera or whatever. And I was like, I don't know exactly. I don't think I even bothered to look it up, but I know if I didn't want it, I could sell it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm probably gonna keep it. But then I was thinking if I don't keep it, I buy this battery and then I, don't keep it, I can sell it. If I don't sell it, $4. I mean, I really didn't lose that much money. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It was worth the gamble. So I was like, I'm going to see if this is going to work. Because, of course, it's as is. You don't know. You don't know if they've even tested it or not. I think some of the Goodwills do. Some of them don't.
Really?
Like, yeah. But I think he said that all it needed was the battery. But you never know. I haven't bought the battery yet.
Yeah. I sell, like, sometimes I can't fix things and I'll just sell it broken on, for parts to repair on eBay. And it usually will still sell even like $20-$30. I'll get my money back at least and a little bit more. So
yeah, I like electronics for that reason too. Like a lot of the electronics you'll get more back for what you do. So like with the clothes, it's more like for me personally, it's a volume thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to get as much like a shirt like this. This was thrifted. It's a Knox Rose shirt. And just like kind of like a little flowy blouse or whatever. I mean, it might only sell for like maybe $15 or $20, but I don't care if I can repeat that. It's kind of like the Amazon game. If I can repeat it several times, I can care less. Like I'm trying to get this money and it goes fast. Like because it's in that bracket that people can afford. But as for you, people are always going to need electronics, so they're going to be willing to pay more money for those electronics. So that's also a good thing. But only thing I worry about with electronics is when I used to sell cell phones is that, when they get it, it's one way. And then you don't know if they altered it or not. And now they're going to try to say that it's broken or it doesn't work. So that's my only thing. I'm like, did you do something to it or was it really something wrong with it? I don't know.
Exactly. I get that all the time. I try to take as many photos as I can because I always feel like when I get a return, like I sold something for $600. It was some like cassette player something, and it was an older one. I sold it for $600, and the guy wanted to return it, saying the play button was sticky, like it doesn't play.
Yeah.
And then he shipped it back to me, and he didn't like package it very well, so it came back with like dents and stuff. But when you have a store on eBay, you can give up to a 50% partial refund, and that's what I did. So I gave him back $300, and eBay decided to pick my side as well, and so I didn't have to pay him the $600 back, but now I have a dented machine that has a sticky play button. And before I sent it, it worked fine. So it kind of sucks, but.
Right. And so that's, mine was worse. eBay tried to, it wasn't even eBay. They tried to get a return on eBay, but eBay actually wouldn't do it. So eBay is back. No, they wouldn't do it, but it was a $600 cell phone that I sold or whatever. And I think this might've been $600 and something. I don't know. It was, anyways, they went through PayPal, and PayPal was actually going to give it to them. They had took the $600 and something out of my account. I was so pissed. It took like 3 days and like 8 different reps to get it done. But by the time I got to that 8th rep, she was like, oh, I see here, and it was crazy. It was like I just hit an angel. And she was just like, oh, no, of course not. Like she punched it in and was like, no, that's nothing. So what else can I do for you? It's like
Awesome.
finally I just reached the right person. And that was really all it was. I had to just keep trying because everybody that I was getting just wasn't understanding, or they had that accent, or, but this particular person, nothing against people with accents, but this particular person was definitely English speaking. Once I did get to her, she was in America somewhere, I'm sure. But yeah, but she like knew right away and she took care of it. But that was like my issue with like, because they tried to say that it was because it wouldn't work internationally. And so I started putting that in my listings. Like, if you do cell phones, make sure you put that in there, that you are not responsible for, working with any particular carrier. That's not your business. You know what I mean? Like, you need to contact your carrier, I think is what I put, something like contact your carrier. If you want to know, does it work in a specific, place? The last carrier this phone was known to be on is X, whatever it was, AT&T, because I got good at it. I could look all that up, the different models, have them for different carriers. So, but anyway, but it's a good hustle though. I'm telling you, if you can figure out how to flip those phones, my deal is I think if I was to do it now, I'd have a website and have people come to me. Just like I was talking about with the ad, just have the people come to you so you're not like out there searching, and because that takes a lot of time to like keep asking people about their phone and doing offers and lowballing, but you got to lowball. So, you got to play the game. I mean, I'll give you $200. What can they say other than no?
Yep.
So I never felt bad about the lowballing, and that's how I got some really good deals on some phones. So if you're looking for a cell phone, even to buy for yourself, I would recommend doing that. You never know. Somebody might really need to get rid of their phone. Maybe they got to pay rent. Maybe they haven't been getting no hits or nothing. But okay, so I did go back far enough. Perfecting Pearl says she doesn't trust Facebook Marketplace. I wonder why. I haven't had any problems with them so far since they added in like where you can do your own shipping. Like when I first started on there, like I said, with that monitor, it was like I ended up sending it and it was overweight or whatever. I wish that they just had it where you can add your own label like eBay. I was like, how come they don't have where you can add your own label? So that way if something happens and it's off, then you can fix it by just getting your own label. So now that's what I pick. I don't do free shipping or anything like that, which might bump you up in the search, but I don't do free shipping on anything. I like people to know what they're paying for.
Are the rates a little bit better than eBay? Are they similar or what? As far as shipping labels?
They're kind of similar, but eBay it's better like on the back end. Like if you have a store and stuff, like cause I have a store, I've been selling on there for a while and I have the top rated and all that. So I'm getting a better discount. Yeah. It's even better than pirate ship at this point. Unless you're shipping something that's really big, then I think pirate ship might be eBay. I don't know 100% because I don't sell a lot of big stuff, but you probably know from selling electronics.
Yeah. So if I have something heavy and small and it's going across country, pirate ship always, because I always get a better rate. But yeah, heavy and small and far distance. Pirate ship for sure.
Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. I was like, with the dimensions and stuff, that's probably where it's at. Ella says, I now sell. Oh, wait a minute. I went to the wrong one. I've heard a lot about fishy stuff about Facebook Marketplace buyers getting refunded and sellers being screwed out of their money. I need to do a YouTube video search for that stuff. I'm like, oh no, I don't want to get screwed out of my money. I'm like a little, like a newbie. I think it's still work in progress. I only sell locally on there. Yeah, I don't know. My transactions so far have been really good. Like, one person really wanted these Nike shorts so bad that I had, and they were 16. And she just don't know. I probably would have sold them to her for $12. I could care less because I got them for like $1. So I didn't really care, but she didn't do the offer. So I was like, okay, but she, her payment thing didn't go through. And then she kept, just coming back. Like, she's like, okay, so, can I try it again today? And then she finally did it again and it said pending and I didn't know any better. I was like, well, it doesn't say it's sold. So a day later, I'm responding after she purchased, I guess, and it says pending when they purchase. I didn't know that. So once they purchase and you have it set to you'll make your own label, it'll say pending until you go in and print out the label, and then it'll say sold. So I didn't know that. So that's just another tip, just in case you guys are new and it says pending and somebody purchases something and it says pending. Actually, they did buy it. They're just waiting on you to like print the label and go ahead
Oh,
and
that's good to know.
yeah. So, but it'll say it in your it'll say that you have X amount of dollars in your what is that called, in your bank, whatever you want to call it, it'll show up there. You'll see it. And that's easy. Like I like the way they have it set up. It's easy. Like you can see everything right there. And then if you want to list to like a bunch of different marketplaces, like if you're in groups, you can put all of it in all your little groups. I have like 16 of them. But
Yeah.
yeah, so it's pretty cool. I like that though. I like Facebook Marketplace. For me, it's been a good experience so far, even with the shipping. So,
And their fee, right? Is it their fee 5%?
yeah, it's not much. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, when you sell something over there, you're getting most of it. And then like if say for example, another thing that I like about you being able to do your own label is just like eBay. Like if you do $5.99 and say the item weighs only 5 ounces or something like that, then whatever the residual is from that, that's yours. So they're giving you that full amount. So if you do $5.99 and it only costs you $4.32, you're getting that kickback, which
Yep.
helps with the bags. It helps with the shipping. It takes stuff to pack all this stuff up. So I like the fact that I can take the kickback. But if you do the label through them, I don't believe they're giving you that kickback. It's just like on Mercari. If you do the label through them, you're not getting the kickback. But on eBay, that's how it always has been for me. Like whatever the difference is, you do get it. So I
Yep.
do like that. Like whatever that total is what they put, in your account. So I like that. So you can, I guess, inflate shipping a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, but I do it to account for everything because some items I might mess up. Then if you make a little error on one item, which I very seldom do that since I've been doing it for a while, but whenever I do and it does happen, I'm like, dang, I must have underestimated that one. This was a little heavy. I'm gonna have to put this in a padded flat rate. So I had to go up from the $5.99 to the $7.99. Now I lost a couple dollars, but it don't matter because if you got other items and you're doing like, because I like to do flat rates, $4.99, $5.99, $7.99,
That's how I do it.
$9.99.
If I usually do free shipping and I just throw it onto the total price, but sometimes I do like a flat price for shipping.
Yeah. Are you doing best offer too?
No, I don't. I mean, if the item's been sitting there for a minute, I'll turn on best offers. If it's been on there for like a month, I'll turn on best offer. But usually I just let it sit and I'll just wait for it to sell. I don't mind.
Right, right. Well, like I said, if you have something good like that, it probably will, but I just leave it on so that way I have an option. You
Yeah.
always have an option. You do not have to accept it. But a lot of the time when you do, it's like eBay likes you when you accept an offer for something. like they like it and then you might get another one. So I mean if I can accept it and it's not that bad, I'll go ahead. Like if it's not too low, then I just go ahead and accept it. No big deal. Try to get another sale.
Yeah.
I give my postman up to 50. Wow, I need to come post in your
I know, right?
that was on point. Like I need to get in that neighborhood. I need to get a gift card for my mailman. Aw, yes. Take care of your mail carriers because they definitely save your butt. I mean, they save mine anyway.
Oh yeah.
She said, Veronica said she wanted to look into selling books on Amazon FBA, but I need a chunk of time to really educate myself on it. Not really. I mean, I don't think you need a whole lot of experience on the selling the books on Amazon. I think what I did was I did take some course, I think, on ranking because I didn't know anything about it. I kind of just wanted to know what I was doing. So
Yeah.
that's like a big part of the sourcing part. So you do want to understand rank. If you don't, you know what I mean, understand it and then set your parameter. I mean, is that what you do? Do you have a parameter that you set for the books?
Yeah, I use the Scout IQ app.
Okay. And so as far as will you pick up any books at all over 1 million rank?
It depends. I guess depends on the profit, right? So if it's like over 10 or $15, I usually just pick it up because I don't mind letting it sit because
Okay.
I think you're like only paying like 3 cents a book per month for storage.
Yeah.
It's something super cheap. And so it's like if you're making $20 on a book that may take 4 months to sell, like
Mhm.
I'll take the chance on it. I don't mind.
I do, and like if it has, I don't know, I kind of look at the reviews and stuff too. if it does have some kind of reviews over there, you know what I mean? Then okay. So I'm trying to see if it's selling. Like I'm just now getting into Keepa and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm
Oh,
gonna
really?
take like a course on Keepa because I think that the better you can be at sourcing, and then the research is there. But what else can you do with this tool? Because it's so much data there, and data definitely drives performance. So like
Yep.
if you can get to know that system, I think a little bit better, then I think it'll make you better at sourcing on Amazon or sourcing for Amazon in general, not just like doing stuff online. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you're sourcing and you're doing stuff online, that's the best way to do it. So you can see the history right there. Or even if you're in the store and you have the inventory lab, I think they include Scoutify, but I don't think they include Keepa. But another thing I wanted to say about Keepa is if you're into Amazon and you don't have Keepa yet, I would buy it now because they're getting ready to go up on the price. I think the
Oh,
monthly
wow.
price is like going to be $17 or $18 a month or something like that instead of $14.99. But if you lock it in right now, it doesn't change. So it'll just stay at $14.99. Or I think they have an option where you can pay for the whole year. So, and I would strongly recommend figuring out how to use Keepa. You know what I mean? Like, because I know I'm getting ready to do it because I really want to just learn the ins and outs and maybe watch some items and stuff. Because I feel like if I get 10 hot items, like replenishable wise, I really can do whatever the hell I want to do with everything else. Like, are you there? Uh-oh. My screen kind of froze. Can you guys see him? Uh-oh. We're at 6:41. It's like he's not moving, guys. Can you guys see him? Hey, Regina. Oh, there it is. There he is. Pop back in. Okay, was it me? Was I
There.
frozen? Look, was I frozen?
I don't know. I think it might have been me.
Okay. Hey,
I'm
Regina.
back though.
Regina C has joined us. Now we're getting ready to just have some fun. We've talked a little bit about, eBay being Bay and all of that. Craig said it can be a little scammy, but I know all the tricks. They ain't pulling nothing on me. Oh, I'm already knowing. C be knowing everything. Okay. She says, I give cards to my mail carriers. I still meet with my former carrier and take her coffee and cards. She's a lifesaver, and I call in and meet her with packages anytime she is working. That's awesome. She also says, I was only doing to move heavy items. Oh, that must have been like Facebook Marketplace. Yeah. I'm a little late on the comments. I'm so sorry, you guys. I undercharge for shipping way more often than overcharge. I don't necessarily always overcharge. It's just a flat rate. I don't care. I call it. It's just like Poshmark. Look, if it's under 12 ounces, it's $4.99. I don't care if it weighs 2 ounces or 9 ounces. It's still gonna be $4.99. I just do it because it makes things like easier for me. So I'm not like 432 or four. I don't like that. I like it just one rate. Like, and so I do that on Facebook too. Like I just will put in there $5 or something. You know what I mean? Just to make it simple. I just don't like all that confusion. But I wanted to ask you a little bit of personal questions real quick, but not like that. You know what I mean? But one of them I was thinking about, I was like, because a lot of people are starting to get back out again, is vacation. When you go on your type of vacation, I was going to ask you if, like, it's got to be like this: A1 everything, or mid grade, save a buck, or you're not really tripping, you're just happy to get away, or none of the above.
I'm just happy to get away. Yeah, I mean, with like the last 2 years of COVID, like I used to travel, like I swear, like every couple months, just do a little trip, even if it was something small, get away. But with like COVID, it's hard to plan something. So I mean, I'm just at this point, I am just happy to take some time off, even if it's for a 3-day weekend. Loving it. So
Yes, getaways are on point. So, with that being said, I also had another question about how you like to relax. So, your favorite way to relax is A, get a massage, B, sexual healing, or C, Netflix and chill. It's just
ooh,
your favorite way to like just it relaxes you. You know what I
I'm
mean?
about
Like,
I'm about that I'm about that Netflix and chill life for sure.
oh yeah, yeah. Because you actually get to relax. You know what
Oh
I
yeah.
mean?
Do you watch the challenge?
What's that? On Netflix?
Well,
Oh, I'm missing out.
it's on Paramount, but I'm obsessed with the challenge. I don't know if anybody in the comments watches the challenge, but CT just won, and I love CT. So if anybody knows about that,
The challenge, you guys. I don't know if any of you guys watch it. I watch the same shows. I'm like The Voice, American Idol, because it's something I can put on in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really watching it. That's messed up. But I do like I was watching, I think This Is Us, but I have not tuned in I don't know how long. Like I don't watch a lot of TV. And I've been telling myself, like, that's why I started doing this show earlier, because I said, okay, after I do the show, I'm gonna go watch some TV. Now, like, I'm trying to be a normal person because I don't do a lot of watching TV. I'm like, well, I don't know why I don't watch a lot of TV. I guess my mind is always going and it won't shut off. So
yeah,
it's like, you know what I mean? Like I'm always trying to find the next, and I'm always on YouTube. I'm like, oh, let me see, or let me see. Oh, so and so put out a video. Let me watch hers. You know, like I be doing that and don't really watch the TV. But I was like, I need to try to watch. Maybe I think it would be healthy to watch like an hour a day because
yeah, it's good.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's a way you can actually sit down and relax. So I wanted to say hi to KCB. How are
That's my
you?
wife.
Yeah, oh, that's your wife. Welcome. Well, welcome. So, favorite time to list: A, in the morning, B, noon, or C, at night?
At night, every time. I do better at night for some reason. I get motivated at night, and it's hard when you wake up in the morning to get going on things. So yeah, definitely at night I get a lot done.
Wow, so you're more of a night person. Me personally, I got to do stuff in the morning because if I don't get up and get that listing, especially listing, I don't really want to do it. So if I do it in the morning, it's just like working out. I do like how I feel after I work out and even during the workout, especially if I can do it outside. But it is not really something that my mind's like, yes, I'm gonna go work out. Not really. It's a part of my everyday routine. It's just something that
Yep.
I need to do to stay healthy. And I do feel good after I do it. But it's just like, and that's the same way about listing. And then you do feel good after you get it done. So if you do it first thing in the morning, to me, it's like, because then I have my day to do what I want to do, pretty much.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yay, I got it done. And it's out the way. But so what is your favorite type of food from these four? Now, if it's not on here, you can cheat and be like, none of those. But A is Italian, B is pizza, C is anything that's already cooked, and and D is barbecue. Some people don't like
Cool. I'd probably say, oh, man, my best food I eat. Like I love eating is spaghetti. I don't know what it is. I could live on spaghetti for the rest of my life. So that's my go-to for sure.
Is it I don't know, is it the sauce that does it for you?
I don't know. I just love it. I mean, pizza's good and stuff, but spaghetti, I'm about that.
Now, you may not be a drinker, but I thought I would ask anyway. Some people drink, some people don't. Do you drink?
Yeah.
Okay, so favorite type of wine? I used to work at Olive Garden, so that's how I started drinking wine. But anyway, A is dry and red, B is sweet and light, or C is anything with alcohol in it. No, I'm silly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too picky about my wine. I guess if it's dry, I'm not about that. But yeah, I mean,
yeah.
I
So
don't drink much wine, but I drink Tito's. Do you know what Tito's is?
that sounds familiar, but I don't think I've had it before.
Yeah.
But it does sound familiar. I don't know if my guy might have told me about that or not.
Yeah, I drink vodka. That's what if I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna drink vodka. That's for sure.
Veronica says she's about that Italian life. Like, that's what I like. I like Italian food. Italian food is so good. That is my favorite. I don't know if it's because I worked at Olive Garden for so long and I'm garlic knots, but there was another restaurant. I worked at two of them, one across the street from the one, like from Olive Garden, and there was one authentic. I prefer authentic Italian food because I don't know, it just be hitting just right. You know what I mean? Like it just is something about the way that it is. It is a lot of carbs and cheese, Veronica. That's facts.
Yep.
It will be adding on. You might have a little extra chinny. So don't eat Italian every day, but definitely treat yourself. They have like chicken fran, I think is what it's called, chicken franchise. So good.
Tito's Vodka's Bay.
I heard that. So when you go to parties, now I don't know if you go to any anymore, but when you did then, if you're not going right now because you're in, you're married and everything, you probably don't do that as much. But when you did, you were A, a fly on the wall, B, the life of the party, throwing them back and talking loud, C, getting your Mac on all night, or D, chilling, rolling with the homies.
Ooh. Well, I bought my first house at 21. So like my house used to be the party house. So yeah, so I was a little social butterfly. So I invited everybody. So like my house was the party house. So yeah, I definitely I think it was B. That was
it was like being the life of the party and everything. Yeah.
Definitely.
I think at some point I was too, because that's just what we would do. Like, especially when I worked at Olive Garden, I think I was like 21 at that time. So it was like the perfect time to just hang out all the time. Like we get off of work and we have a kickback at somebody's house, but most of the time it was my house. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? Like, but I don't know if I was necessarily the life of the party, but I mean, I don't know. It's fun. Yeah, so you had to clean it up every time. You're
seriously.
Like, oh, the crystals. But no, we used to have little kickbacks and play cards and stuff like that, dominoes or something.
Oh yeah.
Veronica says, yes, definitely authentic Italian. What? What's that? That's how I am right now. Parties. What is that?
I know.
That is not something I get to go to all of the time, but I do go to them. My mom actually had a 60th birthday party here recently. And we do like throw events like in my family. We like have like brunches and little dinners. And I mean, we do. So we'll go to, it'll be a party at some point, and for my birthday coming up, I'm 37 right now, but for my 40th, I really want to do a 90s throwback or just a throwbacks. Actually, it could be like 60s all the way through 90s. So that way, whatever you wanted to wear, as long as it was throwback, maybe 2000 and under, you know what I mean? So you could wear your baggy jeans, you could do an assortment and do whatever you want to do, but it just be like a throwback party. And we pretty much just play older music. Like I love 90s music, bro.
Oh yeah, you should definitely do that.
Yeah, that would be so fun. Like
the 80s and everybody dresses in neon and stuff.
Okay, that would be fun. Just to look at everybody and figure out what they end up wearing and stuff and what they look like. I think that would be totally fun.
Yeah.
But what else do I have here? Let me see. I got a good one. When you actually end up getting tired, it is most likely because you are A, burnt out, B, you are hangry, or C, you stayed up way too late last night.
Probably hangry. I love food. So
okay.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be hangry for sure.
Okay. When I'm tired, yeah, I might be burnt out though. Sometimes I am burnt out because I just be doing too much.
Yeah.
I don't be doing right. I'll be like, yeah. Oh, I think Veronica's got to go. I'll see you later. We're getting ready to wrap up anyway. But of course, we'll be back here same time. This is actually a different time if you didn't notice. Like I normally go live for Motivational Mondays at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, but now I'm starting to do 6 p.m. because I be getting tired. I decided I want to be like Zack maybe over here, like finishing up some listings while I'm looking at TV or something.
There you go.
Or maybe joining somebody else's live that's going live or something or whatever, support somebody else. But I don't really want to actually be doing my own live. I don't know. I want to be done with all my work. I want to be done by 6, but I decided to do 6 so that I could catch people that are just getting off work. Hopefully, on the East Coast it's 7 p.m. So I don't know. I was trying to figure something out. But I will see you guys later then. I know Ella says she has to go as well. She's got a few things to do before bed. I appreciate you even letting me know that you got to get out of here, because a lot of people just say, they just drop off. I mean, half the time when I'm listening to these chats, I'm in the store or I'm doing something. So I probably won't say anything, but I just like keep it going in the background because I know that helps. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'll just leave it up and then pop back in when I pop in the car. Then I'm back to listening again, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? So I might not say a whole lot in the chat sometimes, but I'm there. You know what I mean? And that matters, you know, as far as YouTube is concerned. At least I know it matters. What is your least favorite errand? And then we're going to get out of here. Like, so A is grocery shopping. B is post office to drop off packages. C to pick up a friend from work at 5 p.m.
If my wife's on, she knows it's A, because I hate grocery shopping. So she usually does that, and
Yeah.
I can't stand it. So because I'm usually like, I grab my things and get out, but she like strolls around and like looks at things, and I'm not. I'm in and out. Like, let's go. I got things to do. But so I'm not about that grocery shopping.
Oh, C is right. I totally forgot about the thumbs up thing. So everybody hit the thumbs up, but I don't like the grocery shopping either, but I do that. I think my worst at this point, because of where I live and the traffic is bad all the time, is probably going to be that 5 p.m. thing. I do not want to mess around at 5 p.m. traffic at all. Yeah. So I don't know who that is, but somebody is trying to join the chat that I just don't know who that is. I'm like, I hope not. You know what I mean? But they can't get in without me letting them in. So anyways, it was very nice having you on. It was nice to just have just a conversation. You know what I mean? Like, just relax. You know what I mean? And so if anybody wants to find Zack, you can find him. He actually has a YouTube channel. We didn't really talk about it too much, but I like, you know, so far his content that he's put out. I've watched a couple of videos. I like what he's doing. So are you going to be like doing more videos here coming up, or is it like the editing is like, oh, you know?
Yeah, I need to get on. I need to get on to it. I got a few trips coming up this month coming up, and so probably next month I'm gonna get back on that train. So you'll see some videos come through.
Okay. I had to kick that guest out. I don't know how they got here. That was weird, though. That's the first time that's ever happened. Somebody try to jump on and they're not supposed to be in here. Thank you, Regina. I always appreciate Regina jumping in. If you want to go to her channel and watch her content, she has some really good content as well. She's a part-time reseller and vlogger. She does it vlog style. I like how she does it. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining. I will be back here on Motivational Mondays on Sunday, or not Sunday. That's Hello Sunday. On Mondays at 6 p.m. now, my new time, Central Standard Time, or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then Sundays, you can catch me for Hello Sundays. Coming up, it's going to be some live sales. I'll probably do another one next week just because I'm moving and I just need to get rid of some stuff. And it's fun. It's exciting, you know, so we'll do another sale this Sunday. And if you are actually interested on being on either show, definitely DM me, or the link is actually in my bio for Motivational Mondays. But if you want to sign up for Hello Sundays, you'll just have to send me a DM on Instagram at brittanyallbossedup. And I do want to thank you, loves, for spending the last hour with both of us. And thank you, Zack, for being a guest on the show. And
thank you so much.
Good night. I guess that's going to be about a wrap for us. So let me